Welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And you thought that the festival season was over because summer was over, but it's not true because Bluebird Gap Fall Festival is coming up. And here to tell us all about it is Adam Newland. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So this festival is still kind of a new one. You guys are figuring out what works, but you're back to 2 days this year.
We are back to 2 days by popular demand. So it's been pretty fun. This festival sort of has a history because it's a farm-themed park. We've always had a lot of interest in the fall season. It's probably the most fun time to visit. So for everybody out there,
it won't be as hot. The animals will be out more.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly. So and it just looks pretty. It feels good. So definitely the best time to visit. And they usually will always have some sort of little event. But in the last few years, we've had the actual event staff help out, and they've been amazing. Just always have great ideas, and it's always a ton of fun. And we've had this gigantic fall festival. So 2 days this year. It's going to be October 19th and 20th, and I'm going to be there for sure. So hopefully I'll see a lot of friends out there, and it's going to be really, really fun.
What kinds of fun will there? I mean, there's plenty of fun normally at Bluebird Gap. There's animals to pet and things to see and do, but you're going to bring in all kinds of extra stuff.
We're going to have tons of stuff going on. Of course, my fun is going to be hugging the cow, so that's going to be for me. You can definitely meet all the animals just like normal. There's still a big playground to play with, stuff like that. But the event staff has a lot of special things planned this year. We're going to have a really big slide for the kids, not for the adults.
Oh, darn.
I'll probably do it after hours. So it's a big slide for the kids made out of hay and straw, so that's going to be really, really cool. Should be a magnificent photo opportunity for all the parents. We're going to have the pumpkin chunkin' with the catapults, so that's always a big fan favorite. We're going to have a lot of vendors out there for fall-themed stuff and animal-themed stuff. We will have a lot of animal pop-ups, so our staff are going to be bringing a lot of the animals that you might not see every day, and we're going to have us roving around so you can meet them, so you can meet a chicken and touch it and actually see it up close, which will be really fun. And we're also going to have the hayride, so I might be on that a bunch. You can see me doing those laps. The kids really love it. And we're going to be doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, there'll be, will there be food vendors?
We're going to have a lot of food vendors. Yeah, that's probably, again, the staff favorite. So a lot of, again, fall-themed stuff. And those vendors really seem to love coming to our park because we get a ton of exciting people, and everybody loves having the animals nearby. We're also going to have the corn maze, so the kids can run through that. And throughout the park, we'll have a lot of different photo op spots as well. So it should be fun. It's, a lot of times the park is geared towards kids, but it's actually the Fall Festival event staff. They always want to make it fun for everybody, so it's going to be a lot of fun for older people as well. So.
And that's a great thing for, people who went to Bluebird Gap as a kid to come back as adults and, you see the park a little differently.
We get that almost every day. We get people that come up, and I actually used to come as a little kid myself, and now I get to actually work there and help it look beautiful. So it's really cool. Almost every day we get people that come up and talk to us, and they have come as kids, or a lot of times it's generational. So you'll see them. I brought my grandkids and my kids, and I came as a little kid. So it's really cool to see that, and I think people like that consistency, and they really appreciate that, you've always got this nice free place to hang out with the animals. And hopefully, we're going to keep this event going year after year, and it's kind of a great little huzzah for fall, and everybody can have a good time and sort of.
Well, and, fall feels like the time you want to be on a farm, and hay and pumpkins and, all that stuff just really goes together. You guys are going to have some entertainment, I think?
It really works well for fall. We just look perfect. As soon as you start getting a little bit of those decorations, it really looks great. And we're going to have live entertainment for sure. That'll be happening most of the day. And like I said, the animal pop-ups as well. So it'll always be a lot of new things to see. And you're actually going to get access to areas you don't normally. So you'll have access to some of the pastures and stuff that the animals won't be there. But you'll be able to see them up close in a little bit different perspective than usually. So it should be really fun for everybody.
That sounds great. And parking can be a challenge during this event, but we can use the Bass Pro and the rest of that shopping center as we need to. And
Yep, we've got some shuttles lined up. So, it can be a challenge because it does get really popular, and we ask people to kind of bear with us on that and just look forward to the fun part of it. But we'll have parking at Bass Pro, and I think we'll have some extra parking at the Coliseum as well. And we'll have shuttles running the whole time, and you can also walk there because they've actually redone those roadways and sidewalks.
All that is now part of the Water Walk Trail, and it's pretty nice for those who can walk.
It is really nice. Shout out to Coliseum Central District. They've really been doing all kinds of fun things, and it's really great for us because we work so hard, and then we get to see all these other improvements in the city as well.
It all does coordinate. I mean, you guys are kind of the beginning. I mean, technically it's on the Bass Pro side, but you're right across the street, and it's the beginning of that. And the city really did a lot with that bridge to make it safer and have a pedestrian access way there.
And it's lighted, and it actually looks really pretty because now by the time we're leaving at night, a lot of times we'll be able to see the lights up, and it's got the benches along it and stuff. It looks really pretty.
Cool. So when you say that at this festival you're going to bring out some animals that we might not normally get to see, what might that include?
Well, I actually brought an example today. So I brought one of our animal friends. His name is Karumbe. And he is a red-footed tortoise. Thank you, Nick.
Red-footed tortoise.
Yep, so he is a red-footed tortoise named Caramba. And he is on exhibit or on habitat, so you can see him at the park a lot of times. However, it's hard to see him up close, and you actually can touch him. So I'll let you touch him. Yep.
Just the shell?
You can touch the shell, and you can touch his leg, because he's pretty happy with people. Just don't touch him on the face.
Okay.
It'd be a little weird.
That would scare him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a little weird, if I started just touching you on your face, that you'd be weirded out by that. Same thing for the animals. You want to make sure they're comfortable. He's very happy.
Beautiful.
He is beautiful. He's got a great shell shape. You can tell that he was very healthy for his whole life because of this. And he's actually about 45 years old, so he's one of our oldest residents. And you can normally see him hanging out in the tortoise habitat, and he'll be rolling around, exploring, enjoying life. He does come up to the fence a lot of times because he'll want to investigate humans. He does really well with human contact.
He seems really comfortable.
Yeah, if he was nervous, he'd be hiding in his shell, and he'd hide behind those legs.
Well, I was making the joke he came out of his shell earlier, but that's where the expression came from.
Exactly. So he is really cool, and we'll have him probably walking around. We'll have some staff watching him, and you can talk to us and learn more about him. You should be able to get to touch him some, stuff like that, so you can actually feel how the carapace feels and all that. You have any questions about the tortoise?
Well, how old will he get? Like, I know there are different species, of course.
That is a great question.
I don't know how much difference that makes.
Yeah, he is in human care, and it's a little hard to tell because for our longer-lived species, and he is a longer-lived species, same thing with like parrots and stuff like that, we haven't had him in human care doing a really good job for that long. So we don't really know, but my guess is probably around 80 years or so. So he's about middle-aged, even though he's way older than me. So,
wow, so like kind of human lifespan we're talking about
basically,
here.
yeah. Exactly.
Have fun for life.
Yeah, which really works out well for our park because, again, it's generational. So you're going to have, your kids can come and see this exact same tortoise, which would be really cool.
So what does he eat?
His favorite food is fruits. He's really kind of a sucker for bananas, but we do have to make sure he eats enough vegetables as well for a healthy diet, just kind of like me. I don't want to eat all the French fries.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I want to. So it is really fun. And he really likes to roll around. We can have him explore for a moment.
Look at him.
So he'll roll around and he'll eat some grass and some plants that are in his habitat. And these are all natural behaviors that we really want to showcase. And that's one reason we upgraded the tortoise habitat recently. He's like, hey.
Hey, look at me. Gosh, he's beautiful.
He's really pretty. He's the red-footed tortoise. You can see the red flecks of color on his feet right there. Trying to figure out what the carpet is and if it's edible.
Yeah. Okay, so what other animals will people see when they come to the festival?
Well, I never like to guarantee, and I like to keep it a little bit of a surprise. However, we'll probably have some chickens out so that you can touch them. Probably a snake, so for those that are aware, or so those that don't like snakes, we have one that's super, super friendly, and we always keep a nice distance. We won't, run up on you with him. But he's very happy, and we'll...
Kids are naturals with snakes. I think that's something that sometimes sometimes we get as we get older, that sort of fear.
Yeah, a lot of people just get worked up about them, and then usually I'll ask them, how big do you think snake teeth are? So how big do you think snake teeth are?
Ooh, I think they're pretty small, aren't they?
They are. So a lot of people imagine, you're thinking
of the
this
giant fangs
exactly,
with the poison,
but
as opposed to others.
we have a constrictor species, so it's basically like the hard part of Velcro. That's how big the teeth are. So even if you were to get bitten by something, it's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't really hurt or anything like that. So you got to be much more careful with a snapping turtle or something like that than you do with most of the snakes, especially Virginia native species for the most part.
Yeah, snappers are native to Virginia.
They are also native. We do get some wild ones. And that's a good...
You're on the water.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good thing. Again, we really like to have people explore and stuff, but you always want to respect nature when you're out exploring.
That's right. Okay, well, is there anything you want to add about the festival?
I just want everybody to come and have a good time, and just remember, it's really cool. You get to come and see all the changes that we do every year. So if you come to the festival every year, that's a good markation of all the improvements we've done. We should have the brand new bathrooms open.
Yay!
Come see the new tortoise habitat that we've built, and I've done a lot of fencing everywhere. So we should have a lot of good times, and if you really enjoy the park, you can tell the city that you love it, and you can also find us on Facebook.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I hope you will come out and meet Caramba and many of the other animals that are out there. Enjoy some food vendors, some music, some fun, some crafts, maze, and have a great time at Bluebird Gap. Thanks for watching.